Have you noticed the ease with which Nigerian men pee on the street? They urinate in public areas, even in front of their own homes. Most importantly, why doesn't anyone say anything about this? Am I the weird one here? What would make grown-up men pee in front of their very houses? Are Nigerians now smell-proof?
You see that the places that people urinate, the odor, the pollution affects even the social gathering. It makes that place a place for people to be scared of.
They claim, well, it is because there are no public toilets.
We don't have public toilets. Like this area now, we're supposed to have like 3 or 4 public toilets.
There is no any public toilet around, so nowhere people can use themselves. So
A well-organized place like Nigeria, we should have where you can go and pee.
Really? Here is the caveat. There are also no public toilets for women. Why then don't women pee in public like men do?
When network calls, you just have to do it anywhere. Like guys, specifically, not the girls. I think the ladies will probably want to or wish to wait till they get to their destination. But for the guys, they will just want to do it like myself. I just finished now. If you notice, I just finished myself now. I can't really wait to get to zone 3.
In this video, I will discuss public urination's health, hazard, and environmental consequences, or a term I very much prefer, wild toileting.
You'll be hearing something in local parlance like a bush attack. So you can see it even in our cities today, in our institutions. And then there are so many causes for that.
Public urination not only poses significant health hazard, but also inflicts severe damage to our environment. The offensive stench of urine pollutes our shared environment, detracting from the quality of life we all deserve. Urine from a person with a urinary tract infection can spread bacteria to others, leading to potential infections. When urine is released into the ground, it becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, making it infectious.
Health-wise or physical-wise, you see that some kind of worm can also be transmitted through this public toileting or urinating, especially for guys. There is one common worm, the schistosoma hematobium, I think. That one that affects the blood vessels pass through the urine.
This is particularly concerning as children who play outside are at risk of coming into contact with contaminated soil or objects, potentially leading to health issues. The environmental implications are dire, with urine attracting flies, insects, and cockroaches, which can widely disperse bacteria, increasing the risk of contamination and subsequent illness by spreading germs to food and drink.
There are a lot of organisms that can be transmitted by flies, by other insects like cockroaches, and then that can pollute or contaminate either water.
You see that the places that people urinate, the odor, the pollution affects even the social gathering. It makes that place a place for people to be scared of or to go to do any kind of social event. And it becomes a place, a culture for bacteria and other kinds of infection, where children that place around there can also get contact. Even adults that have any kind of bruises or children that touch it can also be infected. It can also be a source of fecal oral transmission.
In Nigeria, public urination has become so commonplace that it begs the question, how did we get here? What could make adults think that releasing their urine in public is a decent thing to do. Have you ever been to or watched films from developed countries such as Japan, Korea, the US, the UK, Germany, Spain, or others? Do you envy their street and city planning? Are their streets littered with litter as we see in Lagos, Abuja, Enugu, or Kano? Don't you wish our streets were also planned in such synchrony? Littering or peeing on the street should not happen in 2024. Nigerians have indoctrinated a generation to believe that sweeping of dirt from a veranda onto the street a few meters away keeps your home clean. They have no qualms about urinating in public or in their own compounds and gutters. They litter and pee on the gutters, leaving them with an unbearable miasma of an unbelievable concoction of litter. In developed cities, you'd find carefully planted trees on every street. Trees help absorb odors, CO2, and pollutant gases, removing and storing the carbon while releasing oxygen into the air. Free trees, just free trees, placed strategically around a single family home can reduce the need for air conditioning by up to 50%. Shade from trees slows water evaporation from water-consuming lawns and increases atmospheric moisture. Trees have countless benefits, but why don't we plant trees on our streets and enforce cleanliness? We spend most of our time educating our children about books written thousands of years ago by people we cannot verify, the Bible and the Quran. We make them spend their lives learning how to enter heaven after death, repeating incantations and living within the confines of medieval characterization. Allahu Akbar. Because our people and children haven't been taught the importance of building and creating safe environments, they litter everywhere, pee in public places and gutters, and cut down trees. We ignore all of the hygienic measures except showering and brushing our teeth. Our sewers are overflowing with the litter we discard, and they lack the necessary drainage connections to prevent the waste we discharge from our bowels from being re-exposed for inhalation.
So you could have some of our younger ones, our children, going there to play. They might even soil their hands with the ground and all of that. And then they could come down with some intestinal parasites, such as hookworm, whipworm, and then they'll just fall sick with intestinal obstruction and all of that. So
in Nigeria, we live door to door with sewage and litter that releases such stench, which then pollutes the air we breathe, thus causing endless sicknesses, which we then credit on some superstition of some kind of witchcraft. Rwanda has managed to clean up its streets. There is hardly any litter on the streets of Kigali. Yes, you heard me correctly. Not a single piece of litter. Our streets are filled with litter, pee, and all kinds of dirt caused by us. Simply showering within the confines of your home isn't what makes you a clean person. As long as you litter and pee through your street, veranda, and cities, you are qualifying your city as dirty. Additionally, the health risk associated with such lifestyle choices can be far-reaching.
Like, if there is majorly on the grasses, like the ammonia or the ketonic odor causes air pollution to the environment. Air pollution, water pollution too. Because we don't know where the water, let's say the person is urinating the gutter, we don't know where it is flowing through. So water pollution, air pollution, and toxins to plants. Let's say a good plant is growing, you've contaminated the plant already and it's no more healthy.
Generations of Nigerians have grown up with peeing and littering in public places as the norm. They cannot fathom a world where peeing on the street is abnormal. They don't only pee on the street, they don't wash their hands after doing so. Our cities, towns, and villages look like one big open dustbin. What benefit is it to have a massive mansion when a few meters away it is surrounded by pee, litter, and blocked sewers?
Because of the environment, it's no good to piss for road or shit for road. It's no good because according to our environmental health.
Hand washing. Another habitual attitude among Nigerians towards public urination is the failure to wash their hands after flushing of urine on their own street or front houses.
And greater percentage of Nigerian men that urinate outside are not opportune to see nearby place to wash their hands. And one of the ways we greet is by, shaking hands. So by doing this, indirectly you transmit some of these infections which are very dangerous.
Unwashed, germy hands could transmit those germs to friends and family, making them sick. We all share doorknobs on transport buses, Bolt, Uber, or public buildings, including handrails and even handshakes. You could infect people you don't even know. Washing your hands can reduce sickness, but we don't do it enough. One study estimates that if everyone did it regularly, we could save 1 million lives each year. A single gram of human feces can contain 1 trillion germs. We all must take responsibility for our personal hygiene to protect public health. Every individual bears responsibility to their community. As we grow closer, we share a joint commitment to maintaining clean streets, planting trees, and preventing them from being unnecessarily cut off. The trees you see around, some are a few thousand years old. They supplied oxygen and clean air to your forefathers. Our gutters are not public toilets. Our streets are not public dustbins. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, tap the bell icon, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.